Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan.
And I'm Jamal.
And this is our new podcast. We
Do
what?
What the hell is going on?
exactly.
Yeah, so this is the podcast where we basically talk about whatever we feel like. You see the tagline. So anyway, today we're going to talk about one of our favorite things in the world, the Eagles. Go Birds. Yeah. So for this episode, last time we talked about why we love the Eagles and why they mean so much to us and why we're big fans. This episode, we're going to do our schedule prediction. And so, Jamal, what's our word of the episode?
Yep, so the theme word is Eagles win-loss.
That's right. And that's very, very important. You know, it makes a difference. And so I guess I'll go ahead and get started then, Jamal. It's realistic to say that we're probably going to walk away with the division. You know, like there's a lot of teams on our schedule here, they don't really scare me. But I do think we might lose one game to a team we probably shouldn't have lost the game to, because that happens. Every team does that. Like last year was the Jets. It was like, what happened there? But, you know, last year, everybody thought the 49ers was going to run the table. And they lost to the Browns. And then they lost like two other games to like teams where you're like, what? How? So I do think that this year, looking at the schedule here, we start with Green Bay. Now, Green Bay could go either way. Because, like, Green Bay, I feel like the Eagles should win that game. But I wouldn't be upset if they lost that game, because Jordan Love, you can't sleep on him. Like, he sat behind Aaron Rodgers for 2 years, and he done his thing. So he might, you know, first game, you don't got tape on anybody. You never know what could happen. They could easily drop one there. I respect the Green Bay Packers enough to say that that's not a walk-away game. Now, last year, yes, if that was last year's Packers, I'd be like, they probably run away with that one. But you can't sleep on some teams like that. Next, Atlanta Falcons. Now, I do think that Atlanta Falcons, I think that's a walk-away game. But again, I don't know who their quarterback's going to be.
Kirk Cousins.
If it's Kirk Cousins, we got it. I don't know about this new guy. Again, if there's no tape on guys, you never know. Rookie, look what C.J. Stroud did.
It'll be Kirk Cousins.
He came out and balled. So then you got New Orleans. I think New Orleans should be a win. I don't think that should be any issues. You know, as long as we got everybody playing, I think top to bottom our roster is way better than theirs at every position. Tampa Bay, again, I think Tampa Bay's a revenge game. I think they win that game. I think they win that game handily. Now, Cleveland Browns. Now, Cleveland is a team you can sleep on. Now, I don't know who their quarterback's going to be. I think they signed Winston. If Deshaun Watson's still, so he's not hurt.
It'll be Deshaun Watson.
Okay, so I think Cleveland, their defense is something that might catch us. I think because the thing is, like, people blitz us a lot because Jalen Hurts is bad with the blitz last year. So they got like elite pass rushers. They got Myles Garrett, so he's like elite. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think that's gonna be a high scoring game, but you never know. Saquon Barkley might put that team on his back on that one. Giants, yeah, that's a win. I'm not even gonna sit there and go through that one. The Bengals. If Joe Burrow's not hurt, that game scares me. I think that they could. Yeah, Joe Burrow's nice. I think they can get us there. Jacksonville, yeah, we're gonna get them. I'm not worried about Jacksonville. Now, Dallas, here's the thing. On paper, we should blow them out. But usually they play hard against us. And usually for the last, like, however many years, we always split the division. We always do one, we win one, they win one. And I feel like it's gonna be the same this year. So usually we win the home game, lose the away game, or we win the away game and lose the home. So I think, what's that one? Is that an away game?
Yeah, that's in Dallas.
That's in Dallas, so we might lose that one. Then we go come back with Washington. Washington is another team that plays hard. They play us really hard. Mm-hmm. Even they lose, but they still play us hard. So it's another game where you wouldn't be surprised if you drop to Washington. You know, this quarterback, this new guy they got, apparently he's already named the starter. He's already been impressing. You know, I want to see how he plays after a couple weeks, and we'll find out. Los Angeles. So now, if Cooper Kupp is healthy, everybody's healthy, they might be a problem. They might really be a problem. But I do think that that's a winnable game. I don't think that might be a close game. If they got all their players, that's a close game. The Ravens, I don't know. I'm going to say that's probably going to be a loss. And that's me being optimistic. That one's like last year when we played the Chiefs, the 49ers, all those teams back to back. And I said, well, I'll be surprised if we win every game there. But I'm certain they're going to beat the Chiefs, which they did. Next, what's next? Is that Carolina? Oh yeah, that's a blowout. Pittsburgh, that's probably a blowout. Washington, if we lose one game with Washington, we'll win the other one. So I'm going to say Washington, either we win both or we win and lose one. Dallas, at that point, we might be first place in the division. If we win all the games I listed, we'll be first in the NFC. So those two games won't matter. But New York, they're probably not even playing their starters by then. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so let's see. All right. So first up, we got the Green Bay Packers in Brazil. Yeah, that's gonna be a very tough game. Yeah, not a walk in the park. Green Bay, in the past has played us pretty tough, but we've been able to hang, offensively and everything like that. And shout out to Green Bay Packers fan Tom Grassi.
If you don't subscribe to Tom Grassi, you'll get illegal formation calls too.
He is hilarious. I love his videos and everything like that. So shout out to him. Great guy. But of course, me, even though in a close game, I like a late field goal by our field goal kicker. To start us off on the right track, because everybody wants to bring up this monumental collapse that we had last year. So now I don't see a monumental collapse this time. We finally got the coordinators in place that we've always wanted. So now it's no excuses. I will take no excuses from this team. So I need this team to sit up there and get off to that good start. And let's go there and let's show these people in Brazil what we do. Like Jalen Hurts says, we'll keep the main thing, and we'll go on from there. So the next game after that is the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons, I'm going to say this. Shout out to you, Atlanta. Will be better than what a lot of people think. They made some defensive upgrades and everything like that. And offensively, don't sleep on Kirk, but we know what Kirk can do. If Kirk turns over the football, obviously that's, that'll definitely play within our favor. But no, Kirk is going to give him confidence. He knows that he's got somebody looking over his shoulder. So Kirk is really going to try and give us our best. And they're not a slouch team. I don't think Atlanta's going to be a slouch team, but I think Atlanta's going to be one of the surprise teams. So I won't be shocked if Atlanta is one of the surprise teams, because they have all the weaponry. Bijan Robinson, that guy's really, really dangerous. So our defense really needs to get after him early, and often. And that game, surprisingly, will be closer than what we think. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then after that, we have the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints, man. That team is very interesting. But stay away from the Carrs. Derek Carr doesn't scare me, and he's their quarterback. He doesn't scare me at all. He's looking over his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So the guy Spencer Rattler, who they're really hyped on and everything like that. Playing in the Dome, used to be intimidating. Used to be a really hard place to play, but I don't think it's going to be difficult for the Birds now. But even though they did do a defensive upgrade, they did pick up Chase Young. So we got to get Chase Young blocked up and everything like that. But I feel like the Eagles can go in there and we going into the game next week against Tampa Bay. Right, Tampa Bay is the revenge game. I expect to see a much better Eagles team when we play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into the bye week. So I expect to see a win from there. Yeah, then after the bye week, traditionally Eagles are technically good after bye weeks and everything like that. But I think after the bye week, we have the Cleveland Browns. So with Cleveland, Cleveland has a really tough defense. Cleveland does. They have a really, really tough defense. We're gonna have to definitely try to score, some point every time we get opportunity to score some points. Now defensively, we have the advantage. They don't have Nick Chubb yet, so we won't be seeing Nick Chubb. Thankfully, shout out to Nick Chubb, man. You speedy recovery, because I do like seeing Nick Chubb play football. So shout out to him. I really hope he gets back for that team, and I really hope he gets back doing what he's doing. But for now, I feel like we have a little bit of an advantage with their, backup running back and everything like that. So that's gonna be a close game. That should be a close game. But again, maybe that's another, field goal victory. Yes. And then after that, okay, we got the New York Giants after that. Just like Ryan, I'm not going over that, man. As long as you got Danny Dimes at quarterback, that's not even serious. I'm not afraid of the Malik Neighbors guy. I'm not scared of him at all. they've always tried to have these receivers in place, and the receivers tend to be the same thing. But shout out Malik Neighbors. If you turn out to be a great New York Giant, shout out to you. But I think it's just the same show. This New York team, they just do the same things over and over again. So there's no change there. That should be a win. All right, and then afterwards, yes, next it is the Cincinnati Bengals. And boy, oh boy, Joe Burrow in Joe Burrow's house. He's got a new look, new cut. Apparently, they say he looks like Eminem or something like that. So they're a very tough team, you know what I'm saying? But again, they lost their running back too. So again, that may be another defensive advantage. But we got to keep up with them scoring-wise, possibly. It looks like it could be a shootout. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a very, very interesting game. It's going to be close, so we'll see. But again, I see us maybe eking out a close win. But if we do fall to Cincinnati, it won't surprise me because of the Joe Burrow revenge tour aspect of it. So we'll see with that one. All right, then after that, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, Jacksonville at home. Yeah, Dougie Peterson coming back. You know, again, you know, obviously shout out to Dougie Peterson for winning the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? So he never has to buy a drink in this town ever again, you know what I'm saying? So heartstrings, because we love Dougie P here, you know. Yep. But he's coming in with Trevor Lawrence, that offense and everything like that. Don't sleep on them. But they do have a lot of younger players. So we'll see how the younger players adjust the system, but they have young talent on both sides of the ball. So we'll see. From a veteran's perspective, though, I see that's where we have the advantage. So I think we'll take care of Jacksonville. We won't have no problems with that. Then afterwards, oh yeah, it's those Dallas Cowboys. Those Dallas Cowboys, the same team. They done got Zeke back. They're just the same team. You know, they got Zeke and one receiver that don't care because he ain't getting paid yet and everything like that. And even the quarterback, they kind of nervous about the quarterback. You know, I feel like the quarterback might want to leave. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But unlike Ryan, I always want to sweep Dallas, so I just say Eagles win because I just want to sweep Dallas every year. In fact, I want to win all our division games. I don't like to give up any division games.
No, for the record, I agree. But
right.
I'm just looking at the past, you know?
I get it. But Eagles over Dallas all day. All right. And then after that, we got the Washington Redskins. Lately, I'll call them the Redskins. Sorry about that. The Commanders have been giving us the business. Yeah, they're a dangerous team. They're a dangerous team. That Jaden Daniels guy, confidence, you know what I'm saying, the confidence and everything like that. You got to keep a guy like that in front of you. You can't let him run wild. You know, keep it contained. But these games have been shootouts lately. They've been shootouts. And too close to cover. Like, you know, Terry McLaurin, if he didn't have his feet in a certain place. Like, we can't have games like that. We got to really punch our division in the mouth. And I just hope that these birds know that, and hopefully they punch each of our divisional teams in the mouth. So that's what I'll say about that one. Okay, after that, yep, we got the Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, so the Rams offensively, yeah, always tough. Yeah, you got Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, the running back. You know, even they got the tight end, not only Higbee, but apparently there's this Parkinson's backup tight end that's supposed to be really good too. So offensively, they are, you know what I'm saying, our defense, I have it worked out for them. But defensively, I feel like the Birds have an advantage because Aaron Donald retired. Mm-hmm. So with Aaron Donald retiring, we may have, you know what I'm saying, the advantage there, you know. But they did draft somebody who I guess is supposed to be really good. So we'll just see. But I don't see why not. As long as we put pressure on Stafford, I can see us getting out of there with a win. We just got to put pressure on Stafford and take their crowd out of the game. And we should be fine. Now the next game, the Baltimore Ravens. Wow, we got to deal with King Henry. We got to deal with Zay Flowers is a little speedster. You know what I'm saying?
Lamar.
But and Lamar's always a threat. Yeah, and Mark Andrews. Yeah. So outside of that, we'll see. They're kind of loaded. And then defensively, they always play us tough. And Jim Harbaugh, shout out. He used to be a former John Harbaugh, former Eagles coach. He's the Eagles coach here. So shout out to John Harbaugh. Shout out to Baltimore Ravens. That's going to be a very, very good game. Very good game. If we lose that one, shout out to Baltimore because Baltimore has been a great team for years and years and years. I'll be ecstatic though if my Eagles can get a field goal victory from that one. That might be low scoring though, so we'll see. Because both our defenses are going to want to prove themselves. Mm-hmm. So we'll see about that.
Game of the week. Yep. We already know.
Yep.
Game of the week right now.
Yep. And then after that, we got those. We got the Carolina Panthers Shout out, what you call Miles Sanders, who is he's their running back, for their team and stuff like that. Yeah, so shout out to him. Carolina, they definitely searching for the answers. They're really hoping that Bryce Young is the guy. I love Alabama, by the way. I love Alabama University. Shout out to Bryce Young. Shout out to the Crimson Tide, Smitty too, on our team. Roll Tide. So, me personally, I am rooting for Bryce Young, so I hope Bryce Young has a great showing. You know what I'm saying? But I still think our Birds have enough to beat the Carolina Panthers, especially if we don't win the game against Baltimore. I think we'll come out next week and really, try to hammer Carolina, especially if we come off a defeat. All right, and the next we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. So it's funny, that Pittsburgh Steelers game, they're going to start off with Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson, I don't know. He may be playing himself out of the Hall of Fame, man. I don't know. We might not be seeing him. We might be seeing Justin Fields for that game. So either one. I don't, Justin Fields, shout out to him too. But that one, it doesn't matter who plays for that one. I see us, Mike Tomlin's a great coach. He's tough, but we'll show them that we're a little bit tougher and we'll have something to prove for the interstate rivalry. So I got Eagles beating the Steelers, definitely. I want to beat Pittsburgh every time, just because I would love to see them in the Super Bowl. I would love a Pennsylvania Super Bowl. I would love to see that in my lifetime, so we'll see. Yeah, so then we got, again, at Washington. Those Washington fans are going to be, ready to play. They're going to be electric. They're going to be ready to go. He's going to be seasoned by then, Jaden Daniels. He's going to be seasoned, so we'll see. But again, I want to sweep all our division games. It doesn't matter. And then we finish up with Dallas and New York. Yep, we finish up with Dallas and New York. And again, I want to sweep our division. I want to win all of our divisional games. There are no excuses. I want to win them all of them. No splits. I want to win them all. That's exactly what I would like to do. I want to win all of them. So we'll see. We'll see. The Eagles season, and we'll see how it turns out. Ryan?
Yeah, I really don't think we'll be playing starters by week 17 or 18, whatever week that is with the Giants at the end. I think that's a backup. I think that's like second, third string game. Because I really do think the Eagles is going to run the division. I do. But so overall record, let's see. I say win Green Bay, win Atlanta, win New Orleans, win Tampa, lose Cleveland, win Giants, maybe lose Bengals, win Jacksonville, win Dallas, win Washington. We might lose to Los Angeles. So that's 9. Baltimore, that's probably going to be a loss. Carolina win 10, 11, 12. 13. I'm going to say 13-3. 4, yeah. So, 13-4. That's what I think the record's going to be. And that's me being very honest. Maybe 12-5, maybe. But we're definitely winning at least 10 games. Like, when you look at our roster, pure roster, definitely at least 10. I feel on the low 10, on the high 13 or 14.
Okay.
Like, I feel like Baltimore is really going to be a defining game because that's a December game. You also got to take weather into an account. Like, they're probably just as used to cold as we are. Yeah. So that's not really going to who's going to run the ball better. Right. That's going to be the battle of running.
Right.
Like I said, that's the game of the week. You can look at that. That's going to be the game everybody's watching that week. Right. That's probably it's prime time too. Yep. Right. So.
Yep. So piggybacking off what Ryan said, I say our low for victories this season. Yeah, definitely 10 could be the low. 10, between 10 and 11, definitely. Yeah, I say at the most 13. If we get lucky, maybe 14. That way we rep our division and get a bye. Like I said, they have everybody in place. All the staffing in place that they've always wanted, the coordinators that they've always wanted to, make a strong run. We hope that the Birds have a great season, Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. We'll fly better with Saquon.
Yeah, Fly, Eagles, fly. And we're going to be looking out. For me, them key games is the Bengals, the Bengals, Baltimore, and Green Bay. I feel like they're all our key games. Based on how the Eagles do in them games, I feel like it's going to tell us how we're going to do in the playoffs. But I do think we're going to the playoffs. There's no reason with our schedule we shouldn't. And if we don't, I will be extremely disappointed. I still love my team, but that would hurt a little bit. If Dallas win the division, But also, keep in mind, we have the weirdest record. Right. There's never been a repeat division winner since like 2004.
Yep, that's true. That's definitely true.
And the Eagles were the one that I thought we was going to do it last year.
I thought we were going to do it too.
It was looking like it.
Yeah, even with bad coaching, bad coaches, I thought we still had a shot at it, but the bad coaching outweighed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Outweighed and just really cost us our
Yeah.
season.
But
now we made excellent hires. We've turned the ship around, and now we're going to see what we're made of.
Yeah.
What we're truly made of. As long as everybody buys in, sky's the limit.
Yep. Yeah, I do think we're going to win the division just because of that weird curse. It will be. It's because I don't think Dallas is winning. Like they're not the same team. You know, you can't pay your stars. What are you doing? So anyway, that's our thoughts on the Eagles this year. We'll be doing more episodes throughout the season at our thoughts. You know, something crazy happened, we'll definitely be talking about it. You know, but go Birds.
Go Birds.
And thank you for letting us be fans. Thank y'all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you want us to talk about other things, let us know. And I'm Ryan.
I'm Jamal.
And this is We
Do
What?
Exactly.
Peace.